Recording right now. I'd like to know from you, Rose, about your intake on. Here's the thing: we got Sergeant Bertolf, a traitor, but we do have the United States Marines locked up in captivity, in the Mexican jail. What's up with that? And another thing is too, we have a veteran his son went to school. This is in Massachusetts. Son went to school, did a drawing of a Black Hawk helicopter, an American flag, and the teacher ripped it up. What kind of world do we live in now, Rose? Go ahead.
Well, I think we're living in an Orwellian twilight zone. You are obsolete world, and it is turned upside down. And we have allowed the back door to be open, and we have allowed the Chicago machine to come in, who have been plotting this for a very long time, obviously, because they all know each other. They're all connected. Most of them belong to socialist or communist organizations or family members, brotherhoods, family members, UN supporters, NWO supporters. So it shouldn't surprise anybody. It should make them mad as hell, actually. And they should be more involved in their government and demanding impeachments and recalls and exercising their constitutional rights is what they should be.
Right.
Because to address your questions, number one, it's obvious that if you are an alleged traitor and walked off on your troops, and 5 or 6 of your troop members went searching for you to keep you safe, and they ended up being murdered by terrorists, and then you are exchanged for 5 or 6 dangerous terrorists from Gitmo versus a soldier who is a U.S. Marine,
right,
in good standing, and happened to make a turn into Mexico,
right,
that the priority is to release the terrorists and in exchange for the alleged traitor.
Right. And now Obama is addressing Ebola. He's addressing the economy. He was actually on Fox News, and I blew up my TV. I mean, I just had enough. This is what I want you on the air for, because this is ridiculous what's going on right now. This guy was over the place, and now we got with the CDC and then the FDA, the Food Drug Administration. What the hell are we doing to America? What the hell is going on? I don't understand this. And now they're changing. Who made the changes from being 18 days to 30 days now? Who made that change for you to be quarantined during that time era? And what was the reason why they did that? I mean, I'm glad they did that, but what took them so long to make that decision, and who made that decision? That's what I'd like to know. Go ahead, Rose.
Well, the bottom line is that fear tactics have been used with this administration since its conception.
Of course.
Rahm Emanuel said, never let a good crisis go to waste, and it has been one crisis on top of the other. There were quite a few crises under the Clinton, Reno, Holder administration.
Yeah, there was.
But we have never experienced under the Obama, Clinton, Biden, Kerry, Feinstein, Pelosi, Reid, Schumer, and so forth administration.
Right.
Holder,
Maxine Waters. Don't forget Maxine Waters, Dianne Feinstein.
So many crises
right.
in the United States of America, which is causing a focus away from the open borders, the tens of thousands of illegals coming from the Middle East, from Central America, and Mexico, and through the tunnels, and possibly, according to the FBI, trafficking guns and people, and human trafficking and drugs into the United States of America, and releasing criminals into the streets of the USA. So they are creating so many crises that your focus is everywhere, and so much fear that your focus is everywhere but where it needs to be. You know where it needs to be? It needs to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, absolutely correct. That is absolutely right.
If they are so negligent, so incompetent, and they have no answers when scandals and Americans are abandoned and dead and tortured and murdered and arrested and left in a Mexican jail to rot, a U.S. Marine, and they have no answers, and they don't even take responsibility of pursuing the legal remedies when 5 or 6 or 13 or whatever it is, dangerous Gitmo terrorists are released back into the Middle East, and their message upon leaving is, we'll be back for New York. And then they leave the borders open, and the Congress and the senators leave Americans, the children, the military, the American citizens' welfare and safety at such a high risk, where our police officers are being attacked with an axe, and illegals are jumping the fence and getting into the White House, maybe terrorists, and Americans are being beheaded on U.S. soil. It's time to say, here's your pink slip. Bye-bye.
Right. Bingo. You got it. I like that. I like that a lot, because that needs to be said. And where's Fox News on that issue? They haven't even talked about that at all. They have not even brought that up yet, and they should. And that's one thing we're doing right now. And I'm glad we're doing that. I'm glad I had you on today. I really am.